Building from yesterday, what happens to a promise when nobody is checking? In today's episode, contracts in Islam.
Deen Daily Pulse.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. You feel it in the little stuff. A time you said you would show up, a form you said you would sign, a message you said you would send. Duties do not always arrive with a spotlight. They arrive with a quiet nudge and a deadline. You look at your calendar, you feel the squeeze, and you decide who gets your follow-through. Allah says in the Qur'an, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu awfu bil-uqud. O you who believe, fulfill your contracts. Allah, the All-Wise, is speaking to believers and tying faith to follow through. Right at the start of this passage, the message is clear. Live with clean boundaries and do not treat commitments like disposable words. A believer does not win by loopholes, they win by honesty. So contracts are not only business, they are commitments and responsibilities between people. When we treat them lightly, trust gets thin. When we treat them as worship, life gets calmer and cleaner, and people feel safe around you. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ stood and spoke about conditions people add to deals, and he said that any condition not found in Allah's laws is invalid, even if someone piles up 100 conditions, because Allah's conditions are more binding and more reliable. That protects you from two traps. One is breaking your word, the other is agreeing to something you should never agree to, then hiding behind, but I signed. So you keep what is right, and you refuse what is wrong. You notice it when you slow down for 10 seconds. You read the line you were about to ignore. You ask for the deadline in plain words. You reread the message before you hit send. Then you commit without rushing on pressure. You also notice it in the follow-through. You send the update. You return what you borrowed. You do not leave people hanging in uncertainty because respect is part of duty. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ also taught that when someone travels a path seeking knowledge, Allah makes a path to paradise easy for them. So part of fulfilling contracts is learning what you are agreeing to and learning the limits Allah has set. And that changes how you act. You do not guess or bluff. If you do not know, you ask, then you move with clarity and you keep your name clean. Some days you feel overwhelmed. We feel it, and we trust that Allah, the most gentle, sees the weight you carry and the effort to stay honest when you are tired. If you slip, you come back, you apologize cleanly, and you repair what you can. At Hudaybiyah, the terms felt heavy to some, yet the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ honored the agreement, even when it was not in his favor, and that steadiness opened doors that anger would have kept shut. Duty is a bridge. It lets people rely on you, and it lets your heart rest because you are not living on excuses. Your yes starts to mean something again, and your no becomes clear and fair. Ya Allah, the All-Knowing, make us people who fulfill what is right, refuse what is wrong, and carry responsibilities with calm honesty. If this reminder brought one agreement to mind, share it with someone who is trying to keep clean promises. Subscribe for more.
Deen Daily Pulse.
The heartbeat.